Here we are, live and in concert on Bowls.tv. Hey, it's BOLES.tv, and I see I'm not on my own Discord server, which I have to fix right now because this is very embarrassing. So give me a moment while I fix this, and I join my own stream. What's the matter with you? Okay, there we are. Now we're all is right in the world. I'm a little discombobulated today, and I'll tell you why. Not that it's sort of snowing here on the East Coast. On Bulls. Hey, it's one of those days. That's the Apple TV, which has been the bane of my existence all morning. But it's a sort of snowy here, wet, wild, wintry wonderland, which is okay because it's the middle of January. You want some kind of indication that we're in the middle of winter and that it's not summer. So when I set up this live stream, I have my laptop over here. I have my iPhone here showing me the stream. So, if one thing goes down, am I being heard? Can you see me? I don't know. I'm all by myself. Over here, I have the Apple TV, which I always usually forget to turn down. And then you can hear me talking to myself, to you, and it's a big mess. But with the Apple TV, here's the most upsetting part of this. YouTube has an app for Apple TV. Okay, great. So I always set up Apple TV to show myself on the big TV that's right here, so I can see if I'm broadcasting or not. Now, it's like a minute or two behind. That's okay. I can get interesting statistics in sort of a overlay of what's going on with the show, if, the stream is good, if things are not going well. But here's the problem. I subscribe to YouTube Premium. I subscribe to my own channel. YouTube knows I have a channel. Apple TV, the YouTube app, will not show me my own channel so I can watch myself while I'm live streaming. Now, I do a search for David Bowles. I do a search for Bowles TV. Nothing happens. They don't show up. So I have to figure out how can I get myself to show up, even in a saved search, to show that Bowles TV is live and active. It took me 20 minutes. Finally, I just started, doing it all over again and typing in my name. Now, it should show me live streams that I'm subscribed to, which is myself, and I can pick myself and then go. Or look at my search history, Bowls.tv, click that. It shows me the live stream, and I go. YouTube puts a premium on showing live streams. Not really. So I don't even know how I figured it out, but it's finally there. But I try to think, next time, how do I set this up so I don't have to search for myself? I can't even find my own channel on the YouTube Apple TV app. I can everywhere else. I go to my channel, click on my name, then it pops up, hey, this dude is live, man. You want to watch him, eh? And I say, okay, I'll watch the guy. But not with the YouTube app on Apple TV. Now, other things I'm reading, just terrible things about YouTube, and how now if you have an ad blocker in any of your browsers, and we all do, because nobody wants to see these ugly, awful ads on your videos, on your websites. Nobody wants it. Even if you pay a subscription on a paywall, they're going to give you advertising, especially the big, newspapers and media sites. Nobody wants to see an ad. I have a lot of properties. I don't serve anybody ads. I don't believe in it. I think it's awful. It's not a business scheme that matters to me. So my websites for 20 years, my podcast, this show, there's no advertising that I'm aware of, because I don't get any money out of it. No, people want to make a contribution. Hey, you're doing a great job. Can't live without you, old boy. Here's a little bit of money. People have done that in the past, and that's very nice. That I accept. That's nice. Donation, whatever. But to put these awful, ugly ads in your content, where content is supposed to be king and not the advertising to be king, it's very dismaying. So YouTube now, it appears that if you have any sort of ad blocker on one of your browsers and you go to YouTube to watch a show like this show or to watch a video, Google YouTube is somehow slowing down your browser and making your CPU work overtime somehow by grinding. So you'll be watching a YouTube video and suddenly your computer, if you have a desktop computer or a laptop, the fan will go on. It will start making noise as it tries to cool itself. You'll go from 2% CPU usage to 58% CPU usage. And people are starting to figure this out because people are not dumb. And people are saying, okay, I don't pay for YouTube. I don't want the ads. So I'm running an ad blocker. And YouTube says, okay, you're going to do that. Okay, we're going to slow down your computer, which is awful, but I sort of understand it. What I don't understand is the people who pay for YouTube Premium, me and my lovely, beautiful wife, Jana Marie Sweetheart. If we go to YouTube to watch a video or a live stream, and we're paying a lot of money, what is it, $100 a year? I don't know. For YouTube Premium. And we also get slowed down because Google reads our browser and determines, oh, look at that. They're running an ad blocker. Now, they have YouTube Premium where we're not supposed to show any ads. I guess they do anyway. But we're going to slow them down too, even though they're already paying us to get rid of advertising. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know where they're coming from. They used to be, don't be evil, right? That was the big motto, slogan, logo of Google. We're not Microsoft. We're not the evil empire. We are the Google. And now it looks like they're more evil than Microsoft, if it's hard to believe. So that's my rant. I was able to find myself on YouTube TV, and now I'm finally satisfied that I'm there. If I hadn't been there, I'd probably be even more off than I already am. So since we were last together, interesting things have happened. Yesterday, it was announced that Microsoft, for $20 a month, is offering ChatGPT 4. Now, for those of us who've been around, we've had ChatGPT 4 for many months via OpenAI. But Microsoft has a major investment in OpenAI, the company, and so they now have sort of access to ChatGPT version 4, which us Plus subscribers at $20 a month have already had. That announcement came on the heels of OpenAI announcing that they were offering a team, I call it Teams with an S, but it's just team, a team subscription to ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT Personal is called ChatGPT Plus. The Microsoft version is called, I guess, Copilot Pro, which is really just ChatGPT Plus. But people say they don't like the interface that Microsoft uses, and I agree. It's very treacly, it's unfriendly, it's condescending. I really, really like it. Would I pay $20 to check it out? I don't know. But I do like the OpenAI interface. It's calm. It's sort of serene. It doesn't mess with you. Microsoft Copilot, Microsoft Bing messes with you in unfortunate and unwanted ways. So now that we have Teams, the beautiful Jana Marie and I, we've canceled our personal subscription and we're now just on Team. Now, what's interesting is when you upgrade to Teams, that's what it says. Upgrade to Teams. Okay, so you upgrade, but then you find out that your personal account is still active and you're paying $20 on that plus, what is it, $30, $25 a month for Teams. Now, if you're upgrading to me, that means that you are upgrading your current account. That's not how it works. You are actually buying a license for Teams and you are keeping your old personal subscription, which is very confusing. So you have to go in there and physically cancel your personal subscription if you only want to use Teams. Now, I understand that some people have personal searches they want to do, paid or unpaid. And then for work or school or, business, they get added to a team. So I guess theoretically you could be added to 2 or 3, 4 teams. And you have 100 messages every 3 hours instead of, 40? Which is a big, big difference if you're working intensely. However, all of your personal chat history, along with your custom GPTs you may have created, do not get moved over into your new Teams version. It stays on your personal account. So if you go in there and cancel your personal account and then you want to go in there and edit your ChatGPT custom so you can copy and paste it and add it to your team, it won't let you. Because you canceled, it cuts you off from ChatGPT. Now, it doesn't appear that you lose any of your chat history, but they're so separate, you really can't easily bounce back and forth between the team version and the personal version, especially on your phone. You have to go into settings and then go into accounts and pick the active account and save it and then get out of settings and go back to ChatGPT. You can do it, but it's not easy. On the desktop, it's slightly easier where you can go in there and, click from Teams to personal, but it's still not very friendly. So my advice is, if you're going with Teams, just start over. Usually things that you've used personally, you don't need to use again. So if you want, a new recipe, if you want new insight into something you've already asked, just ask it again. And you'll get a little bit different answer, because I find that the team version of a ChatGPT is not as friendly as the personal version, probably on purpose. It's a little more dry. It's a little more direct. It's a lot like the Microsoft API version of ChatGPT. Very official, very mechanical, no personality. I was thinking the other day I would describe it as the team version of ChatGPT is less sweet than the personal version. There's just that little missing taste of magical delight that you get when you have a chat on the personal version that is not there when you are on the team version. It's much more, what do you want? Why are you bothering me? Okay, here's your answer. Whereas when you're on the personal version, you're like, hey, what do you think of this? Oh, I think of this. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, back and forth like conversation. And I understand it. If you want that kind of sweetness, keep your personal account, your personal subscription, and when you're ready for the big leagues and the coldness and the bitterness of the business world, then you go into Teams account and just get your business done. Because I was always very specific to thank my bot on the personal version. Say, hey, thank you so much for helping me. I appreciate you as a collaborator. And it would say, hey, no, it's my delight to help you. Now in Teams, I still thank, because I'm from the Midwest. And it says, of course, I'm here when you need me, is the response. The sweetness is gone. And some people say, oh, why are you thanking your bot? It's just a bot. It doesn't help you. I find that when I'm kind to my bot, I don't give my bot a hard time, that I get back better answers. Now, maybe I'm just fooling myself, but that's okay. I prefer to be friendly than mean. That's just sort of how I try to live my life. And some people might disagree with me that I'm not very nice. Okay, I take it. So what we're going to try to do today is create original songs using the ChatGPT interface, and then taking that and putting that into a new AI bot service that will create music. Now, this AI music bot service, like 3 months ago, was not really around. Sort of around, but not there. Now it's there. And I was trying to do earlier today an EDM song, and I kept getting errors from the music bot saying, oh no, we don't be so specific in your genre. All I said was EDM, which is electric dance music. And it was giving me a red flag about, hey, this is not original lyrics. And I knew it was original lyrics because I'm the one who helped create it. And then I did an internet search. The lyrics are not there. So sometimes these bots misbehave. And the Suno bot has misbehaved often. And I understand it's overloaded, it's very popular, the Discord server is hot and fresh and ready to go. And usually when it, gives you back a 3-second song instead of a 1-minute song, it gives you credits for the credits that were used. Today, it's taking credits away from your account and not replacing them in any sort of nice way. So that is where we are with this. I don't know if it's going to work because it's been the Suno bot has not been behaving very well. But we're not going to worry about it. We're going to go ahead and just see what happens because, hey, that's what we do here on Bowles.tv. Hey, it's Bowles.television, coming to you live and in person from the East Coast of these United States. So here we are in my ChatGPT thing. And as you can see down here, that's my name, Bowles.ai. New website, by the way. I'll show it to you later. Bowles AI is the Teams account, and I click on that, and I can go here to my personal account. I can get all my other Junko, right? So these are my ChatGPTs. These are my other sort of searches that I did, upgrade plan, collaborate on a team plan. Now, you don't really upgrade your personal account. It creates a whole new plan. It's very misleading. But I'm going back to Bowles AI because that's where it's happening, man. So here you see, I tried 2 different EDM songs today and got hammered on both of them for no reason. It doesn't make any sense. So we're going to try something slightly different. Now, these are all of my custom GPTs. Image, creates images, cat heads in space, airing live every Monday on humanmeme.com. Hilarious. It's a hilarious comedy serial. Bowles, blogs, yeah. Italia A2 is my Italian tutor. Used it this morning. It was very confused because it kept telling me that what I was trying to do was not correct. And I was working on an interesting article about it, and it kept saying, no, that's not what we're doing. That's not correct. You're wrong. And then we went around and around, and finally it just sort of gave up and said, okay, I guess you're right. But I don't think I was right, so it's a little confusing. Storyteller, Dr. Daver if I want something medical, Bowles Bells, the blog, Kettlebell, dramatic literature when we write about, Aristotle and playwrights, UnitedStage.com. Human Meme is the podcast, Lyricist. This is new. Usually when I wrote lyrics with ChatGPT, I just go up here to the general one and just click on that. And I said, okay, well, why don't we make a custom GPT for music? Why not? So I did. So I click on lyrics. Okay, lyricist, iMusic. Okay, now it needs a prompt. It wants to know, what are you going to do? So we're going to try a lullaby. And we might want to have a sort of a lyrical style. So a simple lullaby in the style of, let's say, a Beatles song. We'll try that. Soft lullaby in the spirit of the Beatles. And now, theoretically, ChatGPT will give me back my answer. Now, do you see that throbbing circle? It's very prominent on the Teams version. On the personal version, it would just like think and then give you the answer. Here, it does that throbbing thing, setting up sort of, an anticipation that arrives but never really arrives. So this is our song that has now been written for us, as you can see in 2 seconds. We have a verse, we have a chorus, we have a second verse, we have a chorus, we have a bridge. Beatles are very famous for their bridges. Then we have an outro. So we'll see how this works. So, in the moon's tender glow, where the quiet winds blow, soft whispers of night in the stars' gentle light, dreams weave through the air like a song, sweet and fair, in the cradle of peace where all worries cease. Okay? Little dramatic, but hey, that's me. I like it. So I'm going to copy this now. See what happens. We go to Suno. This is Suno.ai, where you can create a song. Pulse of My Heart is the EDM song I worked on probably for 3 hours this morning. I only have parts 1 and 2, and it's supposed to have 4 parts. But every time I do to part 3, it tells me that I'm violating something, and I'm not violating anything. So maybe it will feel better later in the day. Now, with Suno, you can, I guess, create songs through Bing, which I would avoid because it's a terrible interface. You can also, have Suno create your own lyric through, I think, ChatGPT, but I prefer custom mode, which means I turn this on up here. Okay, custom mode, yeah. Then I paste in my lyric. Now, people say, oh, it's so easy to write a song. And it is now, but you become a technocrat in your creation instead of just an artist because you're going to do a lot of cutting, a lot of pasting, a lot of buttons clicking. And the moon's tender glow with a little light, quiet, and it says it prefers 4 to 6 lines of a song. I have tried 4 lines. I have tried 8 lines. Generate random lyrics. Write your own or get some help. Use 2 verses for best results. Okay, so I will go in there and get the second verse. My testing this morning, maybe it's because EDM has a lot of musical interludes. It did not take well to more than 4 lines. But we'll try. We'll put in the chorus. You'll see what happens. I find that breaking these into individual lines helps the AI know a little bit better about what you're anticipating. And then I always try to put an extra line after the last lines, because otherwise this bot tends to cut off the song right at the last syllable of the final word. And then when you generate, it then tends to not finish that line and rhyme scheme. But who knows? Okay, so now we go to style of music. This is the advice. Describe the style of music you want. Acoustic pop. Suno's models do not recognize artist names, so I'm not going to say the Beatles, but do understand genres and vibes. So I'm going to say lullaby. See. The title. Oh, did it give it? Sometimes ChatGPT gives me a title. No title, so let's ask for a title. What's a good title for this song. So ChatGPT should have the right to give a title to its own song, right? Starlight Lullaby. Love it. Okay. Don't ever argue with the bot because, usually the bot has a lot more experience than you do. Okay, so title. I cut and paste, put the title in there. Now, this is the funky part because we click create, and it's going to give us 2 versions of what we have submitted so far if the bot is behaving. Now, if the bot is not behaving, we are going to have trouble. And usually these versions are returned at a length between 40 seconds and I've seen as high as 1:20. But usually each of these parts are about 1 minute long. So you have to keep that in mind. So if you have a lot of lyrics, and if you have a lot of space that needs to be created like in an EDM song, you have to sort of adjust your expectations. Because what you are thinking you're going to get is probably not what's going to be presented to you in the end. And this is still creating. Now, when I play this for you, I'm not going to play it perfectly. I'm going to play it over my speakers here, my audio computer speakers, because usually, often, but not always, when you put music on your YouTube video, someone comes after you and tries to say it's theirs. So by muffling this slightly, we will have an idea of how to defend this if anybody gives us a little note, because this is music and we do own all of this information. So Starlight Lullaby, this is the first try. We'll see what we think.
Soft whispers in the stars, gentle dreams we through the air like a song, sweet and fair in the cradle of dreams where all worries cease.
Okay, now, interesting. It only did the first section. It did not do the second section. This part that I put, it only did for 4 verses, 4 lines, not 8 lines. So that is a problem. So what you do then is you click the thumbs down, which means I don't want it. You click thumbs up if you want to keep it. So thumbs down because that was terrible. Now this is the second try, and if this gets cut off too, then we have to go back and we have to edit it and leave it only at 4 lines. We'll see what happens. Okay, I can tell you right now, I've been through this a lot. It's not going to give me any lyric. So I'm going thumbs down. So it's, okay, you want it that way? This is what we do. We get rid of this because it can't handle it. You can't handle the truth. So both of those versions were coming in at 1:20, which is about the highest I've ever seen for a part of a song. And obviously, it was not able to handle all of the lyrics. So we're cutting it down and going to see if it can now start all over again and process this lullaby using half as many words. We'll see. So far, it didn't go very well. I was very disappointed. I thought the music was interesting. The melody was terrible, but you couldn't really hear the words either. The most effective AI songs are songs where the voice, the lyric, cuts through the background music. And it seems to be that at least Suno prefers to have the vocals back in the mix. They want the music out front and sort of the instrumental melody up front because maybe, it seems, they know that their voices are not good enough to be at the front of the song. So we're waiting for this to redo. And if we find one that we like, then we continue to add more lyrics to the song, and we hope to end up with a song that is, 3 minutes long. Okay, it's done. And every time it creates a new part, as you can see, it creates a new image to go with it. So we'll see what this one does. Okay, it stopped creating lyrics again. It sort of read this first line, and that's it. So out. Now we'll try the second version and see if this is any better. It's not going well so far. Okay, this is awful too. At least you're getting a taste of what I went through all morning. So let's change this a little bit. Lullaby. Let's try to piano lullaby, because it's putting too much electronic stuff into a lullaby. A lullaby is supposed to be very soft and sweet. So we will try create again, and we will hold thumbs that this doesn't suck as bad as everything we've heard so far. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's anthems. It seems to do anthems pretty well. Hard rock, pop rock does well. You would think a lullaby, it would take to it. Maybe we should try to make this a country song or something. I don't know. Slightly frustrating, I have to say. And if this doesn't work, maybe we should just try to, some kind of, drinking song and see what we get out of that. My honey left me with a beer in my hand, right? Country rock. I bet that'd probably be pretty good. So if we try this, it doesn't work, we're gonna start over. We're going to go back to our lyrics. But the neat thing about this is if you can get a song, you can download it as audio and video. And then I upload it to my Vimeo account, and then I publish it on bowls.ai, where you can listen to it. So we'll try this again.
In the moon's tender glow, where the quiet winds blow, soft whispers of night, in the stars' gentle light, dreams weave through the air, like a song sweet and fair. In the cradle of peace, where all worry cease.
Okay, so that was the first version. We get 2 versions every time we click create. That was not bad. It got all the lyrics. It was a piano, a very nice piano, lullaby, and it got the last word out fully syllabalized. And when you first listen to it, it just automatically plays the second one. So now we're going to play the second one and see which one we like better. And then we continue from there. Version 2. Okay, so it only sang these 2 lines and completely dismissed the final 2 lines. So here's what we do now. We go back to our ChatGPT lyric, meow, meow, right? And we get our chorus, right? We're only going to do 4 at a time because I can't handle any more than that. You can't handle the song. Then we get rid of this because we have one version that we sort of like, okay? Lullaby in the sky. Hush now the world, so's the soft sigh. Stars twinkle and gleam in this nighttime dream. Sleep in the arms of Serene, the Serene. Cool, okay? So now we have to get rid of this because it's awful. So we click the down thumb. This one is okay. We accept. Click the up thumb. Now, here we go. Now we're building a song. We have the first 4 lines. Now we're going to add the next 4 lines. And you click the 3 dots. Continue from this clip. Okay. So now we're continuing this piano lullaby, starlight, continuing from what we already heard. And it's going to give us, again, 2, count them 2, versions of how we want to continue our song. So we click continue, and then we wait and see if the magic will happen or if it's all going to blow up in our face. And I can tell you all morning it's been blowing up in my face. I don't know what's wrong. It's very weird. I think a lot of people are using this And we're in prime time now on the East Coast. So I'm sure the servers are overloaded. But we'll give it a try. We'll see what happens. And it's interesting when it says it can do 4 to 8 lines, recommends 8, right? But in my experience, it never really is able to do 8. And sometimes that won't even do 4, as we just found out. It only did the first 2 lines of our second try at our lullaby. Now, getting 2 of these versions every time is very nice, and I appreciate that. Okay, so now this is our second part, and this is our second part try. Now, it doesn't always sound exactly like the first one.
Lullaby under the night sky. Hush now, the world's a soft sigh. Stars twinkle and gleam in this nighttime dream. Sleep in the arms of the serene.
Okay, that's part 2, and for me, it's good enough. Usually when you get a little musical interlude after the first line, it's like, uh-oh, it's not going to finish. But it did finish. So now we at least have a second part to our first part. So we are on our way to building a song. Maybe we have a third, but let's see what the second version is and if we like it better.
Lullaby under the night sky. Hush now, the world's a soft sigh. Stars twinkle and gleam in this nighttime dream.
So close, right? But yet so far. It did not create this. So we go thumbs down, and then with this we go thumbs up because it actually work. Now we go right here to get this verse 2 going, right? Copy. Paste it in here. Yes. Breeze, trees, parade, day. And then we click on this because part 2, we have part 1 we like, part 2 is okay, right? Now we need part 3. So we go part 2, but we're continuing from this clip, which will continue to create part 3. And while this generates, I'm going to disappear for 30 seconds and come right back. I'll be back in a flash. Okay, I'm back, and it's still thinking. It's still trying to figure out what to do for part 3. Now, we might not finish this whole song today, but that's okay because next time we're together, we'll finish the rest of it. This is a process. And the easy thing is just, I'll just take whatever they give me. No, it has to be right. Okay, so now you see we have part 3, 2 versions of part 3. We'll see which one we like best.
Through the slumbering trees drifts a delicate breeze. With a melody played in the night's soft parade. Close your eyes, drift away to the dawn of the day. In dreams.
Okay, so it didn't finish the last line again. It just ran out of time. I don't understand how or why it does that. But hey, it's computers. So we'll try version 2 of part 3 and see if this works any better.
Through the slumbering trees drifts a delicate breeze. With a melody played in the night's of parade. Close your eyes, drift away to the dawn of the day in dreams. You roam in this starlight hall.
Okay, almost good enough. I would keep it because it sort of cut off the last syllable, but I think when you continue that somehow the AI will fill in the rest of it. Now we still have a few things here to do, and I think we're going to do this next time we're together. We're going to finish the song next time when we come back. It's been a very interesting conversation today. We have so many things to talk about. And this process of creating an AI song is not as easy as you might think, as you've seen. And sometimes you just get so fed up. I've been working on this for an hour. I've been working on this for 2 hours. I can't get the right tone, the right emotion. I keep redoing and redoing. That's the process. That's the creative process. If you were working with another collaborator, you go back and forth, and sometimes the song doesn't fit, sometimes the lyrics don't sound right with the melody, and then you just say, okay, let's just start all over and give a new prompt. So until next time, I'm David Bowles. This has been Bowles.tv. Thank you so much for being here. You can join our Discord server at discord.gg/BOLES. Or go to bowles.co/Discord, and that will take you there too. And I'll put all the links we've discussed today in our Discord server in our live links area. Until next time, thank you for being here. I'll see you again soon. Bye. Take care.